Let me check. Let me check. Okay.
Hello, Mr. Joe.
Hey, Drew. How are you doing?
Fine, and you?
Doing okay. Oh, I sent it to the wrong people.
One people?
Yeah, I sent it to my morning class.
Okay.
So let me send it to you now. I'm sorry, I didn't notice. I sent it to the wrong group. Okay. All right. Yeah, let me do that right now. Sorry, guys. I sent it to my morning class, not to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Mr.
Hello. How are you, Nancy?
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
I'm okay. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Jones.
Larissa, how are you today?
I'm good. And you?
Oh, good, good. All right, very good. Yes.
Hello, Mr.
Oh,
John.
Bazilet, how are you?
Good, and you?
Okay. All right, here you go, guys. I forgot to send the
Okay.
email on Monday. I sent the email to the wrong class. So there you go. Okay.
Okay.
I think my morning class is confused. So
Yeah.
we'll see. All right. Okay, guys. Well, welcome back. It is Wednesday, April 16th. So good to see everybody here today. So
Yeah.
let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to finish our topic of getting to work. So we're going to finish the topic today. We're going to review talking about the weather. So we're going to use some emojis for that activity. And then today we're going to talk more about abbreviations with streets and roads. Okay, so we're going to learn some abbreviations today. And if we have time, we will practice with our new question of the day. So let's begin. Okay, so again, we're looking at our lesson on getting to work. Getting to work. So let's take a look. All right, so we did the bus activity. So let's review some activities here today. All right, so everyone look at the picture. Okay. Okay, so in looking at the pictures here. Okay. All right. Can we hear me? Hello? Okay. All right, everybody. So up here at the top, we have all of our different vocabulary words, right? Okay, so everyone, let's repeat. Let's repeat these words. Ready? Rides a bike.
Ride the bike.
Ride the bike.
Takes the bus.
Takes the bus.
Walks.
Walks.
Drives.
Drive.
Takes the subway.
Takes the subway.
Okay, now for example, let's do number one. Okay, so let's do number one together. Okay, so we're going to do this one together. So number one, we have Wayne. Okay, so here's Wayne. All right, now everyone, let's look at the picture. Okay, so class, we're going to put this information together. So we're going to say Wayne, and then which activity would we say? How does Wayne get to work?
Yeah.
Right.
Wayne rides a bike. Okay, so let's see what the first answer is. So there it is. Wayne rides a bike. All right, very good. Very good. Okay, now, Jean-Baptiste, you try number two. Okay, so number two is James. So what can you say about James?
Drive.
Okay, so we will say James drives. James drives. All right, let's check and see. All right, very good. James drives. All right, Aisha, you want to try number 3? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Aisha. So here is Tammy. Okay, so what can we say about Tammy? So
Yeah.
which one does she do?
Tommy take the bus.
Takes the bus? I don't know. Is this a bus?
No, it's no bus.
Oh, it's not a bus.
No, it's no bus.
What do you think?
Take the beef.
Well, let's see. So we have the bus. I don't think she takes the bus. Do you think maybe she takes the subway?
Tommy takes subway.
Takes the subway. Okay, let's see. All right, very good. Tammy takes the subway. All right, very good. Okay, Nancy, you want to try number 4? All right, so
Okay.
we have Eric. What can we say about Eric?
Walks.
Eric walks. Okay, let's see. All right, very good. Eric walks. Okay, and then Clarissa, you can try number 5. We have Dawn.
Dawn take the bus.
Okay, let's check it out. All right, very good. Dawn takes the bus. Okay, so now everybody, let's repeat the actions, okay? So once again, everyone, let's repeat. Wayne rides a bike.
When
Wayne
When
rides
Right.
a bike.
Right.
like
James drives.
James
Drives. Okay, number 3. Tammy takes the subway.
Take
Tammy
Takes the subway.
subway.
Okay, number 4. Eric walks.
Eric
Walks.
All right, and the last one. Dawn takes the bus.
Dawn
Takes the bus.
All right, very good. Now, in our next lesson, we're going to talk more about using these ideas. So, for example, let's go back for just a moment and let's talk about what we're looking at here in this example. Okay. So again, what we are talking about here today is what we call the simple present. The simple present. So if you remember, the present is talking about now. Now. For example, if I say I, right? If I say I, now let's use an example now. So my job, right? So I could say I teach, right? For example, right? Okay, so I teach.
I teach.
So if you remember in English, when we use the simple present, when we use this word, so for example, the word teach, if I said, for example, you, right?
Teach.
We would also say you teach. Now you say, Mr. John, I'm not the teacher, right? You're the teacher, right? Yes. But for example, you teach. Okay. But what if we want to say he, she, right? So he or she. Well, when we use the word teach, you might remember we have to use, that's right, we have to say teaches. Teaches. So remember, when we use the simple present, for the he and she, we need to use s or es, teaches, in this example. So in thinking about our pictures, right? For example, if we say drive, right? So for example, I drive, you drive. Okay, now what about he or she?
Drive.
He. Drive.
Drives.
Drive.
That's right. We put an S.
Yes.
Remember the S? Yeah, we got to put an S. Drives.
Drive.
Yeah, so we're going to practice this more in our next lesson when we review the simple present. But again, when we use he or she, we put S or ES at the end. Now, finally, if you remember, when I use we, right, when I use we or they,
Yeah.
yeah, we don't change. Yeah, we don't change. For example, we teach, they teach. Yeah. So we don't change it. It's only for the he or she. Yeah. So for example, if I want to say drive, right? They drive. We drive. Right? Yeah. So just remember in the simple present, right? When we use the simple present, we put ES or S for he and she.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the only one we change. The other ones, I, you, we, they. Yeah. No change. Right. No change. We just take the word I drive, you drive, we drive, they drive. You teach, I teach, we teach, they teach. Yeah. So we don't need to change it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good, everyone. That's a good way to review this information. So coming back to our lesson, again, that's why we say James drives, right? Because James is he.
Hey.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So for James is the same as he, right?
Correct.
He drives, right? Wayne, he. Eric,
Eric
he.
Wow.
walks.
Yeah. Dawn, is Dawn a he? No.
No.
She.
She.
He.
Yeah. So for example, Dawn,
And
she
He.
takes
Take the
the
bus.
bus,
take the bus.
right? And then here, right?
Take
Tammy, she
Take
takes
the
the
subway.
subway.
That's right. Okay, very good, everyone. Okay, let's come back now to our lesson. Okay. All right. Now, what I would like to do here today is let's go back now to my presentation. Okay, class, let's try some emojis. Okay, we're going to use emojis for this next activity. Okay, so in this activity, we're going to look at the emojis. Now, let's review the weather. Okay, so last class, we talked about the weather. All right, now I am going to talk about the weather. You choose the emoji of the picture. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, for example, if I say, today is very cloudy.
Cloud.
Cloudy.
Which picture? Which picture? Okay.
Mr. John,
Well, there could be two
I
pictures, right?
I can't use emojis in my computer.
Not your emojis. Are your emojis working?
I can use my computer, but I can in my phone.
Okay. Well,
No
you can.
internet.
Oh, no internet. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we can participate. So, okay. Well, for example, guys, it looks like most of you were correct. Yes. So cloudy, right? Very cloudy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one here might be very cloudy. We could also say this picture too, right? This picture is also cloudy. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's try the next one. Okay. If I say today
Okay.
is
I
very
see now.
okay, now. Okay, good. All right. Today is very sunny. Today
Sunny.
is very sunny.
Sunny. Good.
Okay, which emoji?
Yeah.
All right, everybody get it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. So sunny would be this picture right here. Okay. Very good. Okay. Here's the next one. Here's the next one. Okay. Listen carefully.
Yeah.
Today is very windy.
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 Mhm.
Today is very windy. All right, good. Okay, good. You got it. Yeah, up here. Today is very windy. Okay. All right, now listen carefully. Here's the next one. Okay.
Mhm.
This evening is very rainy. This evening is very rainy.
Oh, Cesar.
Okay. This
Oh.
evening is very rainy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, guys, look very carefully because if you look
Yeah.
very carefully, it's
Evening, yeah.
this picture right here. Now you say, Mr. John, what about this picture? Huh? What about this picture, Mr. John? Okay, well, everyone look at the picture.
No, no.
Do you see the lights?
Yeah.
Oh, this
Yeah,
picture
the-
here, no lights.
No,
Oh no.
Oh,
I tricked you, didn't I? Yeah. So this one here.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Okay. All right, here's one more. Here's one more. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, this evening is very clear.
Clear.
This
Okay.
evening is very clear.
Yeah.
Do you
Clear.
remember?
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
remember which one is clear? Oh, very good. Very good. Yeah, the clear one is this one right here.
Yes.
Yeah, so no clouds, right? No clouds.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so class, let's go back and review the pictures, okay? Okay, everybody. So let's come back up here. Okay, everyone, what is the weather in this picture?
Wendy.
Windy.
Windy.
Okay, so let's put it next to the picture, okay?
Okay.
Windy. All right, very windy. Okay. Okay, so this one is windy. Okay, what about the next picture?
Right.
Rainy. Yes, very
Rainy.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
This one is rainy.
Well,
Okay, so good. This one is rainy.
And yes.
Okay. All right, the next picture, what did we say? Do you remember?
clear.
Clear. Good, Pedro. I heard it. Yeah, good.
yeah.
Clear.
Mom,
Yes. So no clouds, right? No clouds. Okay.
Mom.
All right. What about the picture at the top? Which one is this one?
Sunny.
Sunny.
Sunny. Yes, sir.
Okay, so sunny.
I love you.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now the next picture is also rainy. Yeah, the next one is also rainy. Okay. And the last picture?
Cloudy.
Cloudy.
Cloudy. Very good. Cloudy. Okay, now I have a question. Let's go back to these two pictures here. This rainy
Rainy.
and this rainy, right?
Mhm.
Now,
Rainy.
Sunday.
yeah, let's think about the time. Okay, so for example, in this picture, is this picture in the morning,
Yeah.
in the afternoon, in the evening? What do you
The
think?
morning.
Maybe the
Morning.
morning? Okay.
Morning.
No say. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Maybe in the morning or afternoon. Maybe.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Okay. And what about this rainy picture? What can we say here?
Evening.
The night.
Evening.
Or at night. Good. Yeah, we could say that too, Pedro.
Yeah.
Evening.
Could say in the evening,
Evening.
or we could say at night.
The
Night.
night.
That's right. Yeah, we could say in the evening, or we can say at night.
Night. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Good job, everybody. Okay, so that's a good review of our weather. All right. So let's do this. Let me make it smaller. The evening or at night. Let's make it a little bit smaller so we can put it there. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me take a picture and I'll send you this picture when we're finished. Okay. Give me a good opportunity to review. Ooh, wait a minute. That's not going to work. Hold on. That's not going to work. Hold on. Okay. Let me try it again. Let me try it again. Here we go. Okay. There we go. All right. Good job, everyone. Okay. Now, today we're going to also talk about these words here. Okay. So class, let's take a look here this afternoon. So in our lesson, we were talking about the bus. Do you remember the bus schedule? So when we looked at the bus schedule, we would see, for example, some abbreviations. Okay. Now, these abbreviations, we would call these post office abbreviations. Now, remember, abbreviations are when we make words short. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
class, here's what I would like for you to do. So, everyone, let's look, let's listen, and let's repeat these abbreviations. Okay. So, the first abbreviation is ST. So, everyone, let's repeat street.
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 Okay.
Street.
The next abbreviation is RD. So, that abbreviation is road.
Old. Road.
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 Okay. All right. The next abbreviation is AVE. It
A-
is avenue.
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 Okay. The next abbreviation is HWY.
A-
Highway.
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 Okay. The next one, RTE, is. Now we have two pronunciations. We have two pronunciations.
Road.
Route, or route.
Right.
Yeah. So we can use that oo sound, route,
Route.
or ow, route.
Route.
Yeah. So some people say route, some people say route.
Route.
Okay. All right. The next one, PKWY, is parkway. Parkway.
Parkway.
Okay. So everyone, let's repeat these again. Okay. Let's repeat these again. Street.
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 Road.
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 Avenue.
Avenue.
Highway.
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 Route.
Road.
Road.
Or route.
Route.
Right. Right.
Okay. And the last, parkway.
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 Now, for example, class, let's think about your address. Let's think about your address.
My dress.
For example, the school, right? The school where I teach. This is the address.
Tá. Thomas More.
So, for example, the school where I teach, this is the street address, right?
Yeah.
So the street address is 790, right? 790 Thomas More Parkway. That's right, Parkway.
Parkway.
Okay, now class, think about your address. Okay? Think about your address. Now, you don't have to tell me your address, okay? You don't have to tell me,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I'm not gonna drive to your house. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm hungry. What's for dinner? No. So, but let's think about your address and think about your street. Do you use in your address? Do you use street or road or avenue or highway or route? What about in your street? Think about it, okay? Think about it. Now, because we're going to talk about a few more abbreviations. So we have a few more to learn, okay? So everyone look here. Let's practice these abbreviations. All right, ready? So everyone, let's repeat. So the next one, LN, is lane. Lane. Okay. DR is not doctor. No, not doctor. Drive.
Right.
Drive. Okay. PL is place. Place. Okay. Now, this one is another French word. BLVD.
Boulevard.
That sounds that's very French, right? Okay. So in English, we say boulevard.
Boulevard.
Boulevard. Yes. Now, say it in French. How do you say it in French?
Boulevard.
What is it? Boulevard.
Boulevard.
Oh, I like that. Very French. I like that. Oui. Okay, very good. Okay. All right, the next one, CIR is circle.
Circle.
Circle. Okay, and the last one, CT, is court. Court. CT, court. Clarissa, you have a question?
What's the court?
Well, usually a court in cities like Cincinnati, for example, court is usually a short street. Short street. Yeah. Yeah. It's usually not a long street. So in Cincinnati, yeah. For example, let me show you a picture here. If I show you downtown Cincinnati, let me show you a map. Okay.
Okay.
For example, in Cincinnati. So let's find Cincinnati Court Street. Okay. Okay, so if you look at the picture, right? Do you see the Court Street here? Let me close this for a moment. So if you notice here, Court Street, usually in most cities, Court Street is very short.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah, so it's just yeah, it's not very long, right? If you notice here, we have 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. Yeah. Usually court streets are pretty short. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now let's come back to the lesson. Okay, now class, let's think. Think about your address. Okay? Think about your address. So, for example, my house Okay, my address is Avenue. Okay, so that's mine is AVE Avenue. So that's
Yeah.
my street, right? My
Yeah.
address. Okay, so let's go to each person. Jean Baptiste, do you remember your address? Is it street, road,
Highway.
highway? Okay, all right. So I'm going to put a check. All right, there's
Yeah.
one person. Okay, all right. Pedro, what about you, Pedro?
Yes. Boulevard.
Boulevard. Ooh, very French. Okay, there you go.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Nancy, what about you? Do you know your address?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, okay. You can next time, right? All right. Marie, what about you, Marie?
Evening.
Do you know?
Street.
Street? Okay. All right, you got street. All right. Clarissa, do you know your address?
I know. Street.
Street.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are two people. All right, Aisha, what about you?
Mine is it drive. I don't know if it drive. Yeah, drive.
Drive. Okay, so you got one
Yeah.
for drive. Okay. All right, Gino,
Yes.
do you remember your
drive.
address? Drive.
Drive.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so is that every Fazilet, what about you?
No.
Oh no. Street? Drive?
No.
Okay. All right, Mr. John. Okay, Nancy, Fazilet, find your address. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And you, Mr.
I am
John.
on Avenue. That's mine, Avenue.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. We got two people for street. Okay, we got one for avenue, one for highway. Okay, and let's see. We got two for drive. Okay, and one for boulevard.
Right.
Okay, very good. All right. Okay, so next time, Nancy and you're gonna have to learn. Okay. Yeah, make sure you know your address. All right. Hey, let's repeat one more time, okay? Everybody, let's repeat our post office abbreviations, okay? So everybody, one more time, let's repeat them. Street,
Street.
road,
Road.
avenue,
Avenue.
highway,
Highway.
route,
Route.
or route,
Wow.
parkway.
Parkway.
Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, let's clear this one again. All right, let's review these two. Here we go, guys. Let's try it again. Lane,
Lane.
drive,
Drive.
Right.
place,
Place.
boulevard,
Boulevard.
circle,
Circle.
court.
Oh.
All right, so when we finish today, I will send you this information and we will practice it again in our next class. Okay? All right. Okay, now guys, let's go back for a moment and practice our question of the day. So our question from our last class is this one. So everybody, let's repeat our question. Ready? What time does the bus get to? Everyone, let's try it. Ready?
What
time
time
What time
does the bus
Bus
get
to
do? Okay. Now, in our activity, excuse me, as you can see, if you remember on Monday, we practiced with this bus and we practiced with a bus schedule, right? So again, let's remember, this is a bus schedule. Now, class, let's review the names of the streets. For example, the name of this street is Front
Front drive.
drive. All right, good. Front drive. Okay, the next one. Main
Main Street.
Street. That's right, Main Street. Okay, the next one. Apple Lane. Lane. Apple Lane. And finally, Red
Avenue.
Avenue. All right, very good. Okay, so remember, I'm going to ask you some questions, and you tell me the time. Now, for example, let's do an example together, class. Okay?
Okay.
So let's start with the 7:30 bus at Front Drive. Class, what time does the 7:30 bus get to Apple Lane? Apple Lane. What time?
7.
7:56. 56. Yeah, so let's remember that number, 56. 56. Yeah, not 56. No, 56. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, class, what time does the 8:24 bus from Main Street get to Red Avenue? Red Avenue.
8.
8:50.
50.
8:15.
That's right, 8:50. Okay.
G1.
Okay. Okay. Now, the next one I'm going to tell you, but I am not going to circle. Okay, so listen carefully.
Okay.
So, what time does the 7 o'clock bus on Front Drive, okay, the 7 o'clock bus on Front Drive get to Main Street? Main 7.
7:09.
9.
Oh, we forgot. There you go, Nancy. I heard it. 7. Oh,
09.
9.
Oh.
Yeah, don't forget the O, right? 7:09. Yeah, not 7:9. No, 7:09.
Oh.
9.
Okay, very good, class. Let's try another one. Okay. What time does the 7:39 bus on Main Street get to Red Avenue? Okay, well, let me repeat. What time does the 7:39 bus on Main Street get to Red Avenue?
8:05.
Hey, much better.
05.
That's right. 8:05. Okay. All right, you guys are getting better at this. Okay, let's try another one. What time does the 8:15 bus on Front Drive get to Apple Lane? Okay, let me repeat. What time does the 8:15 Front Drive bus get to Apple Lane?
8:41.
41. All right, very good. All right, let's try one more. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, what time does the 7:09 bus on Main Street get to Apple Lane? Let me repeat. 7:09 to Red Apple Lane. 7:26.
I feel 6. Wow.
6. All right, now you got it. 7:26. Okay, now class, before we leave this exercise, real quickly, I'm going to show you a time. You tell me what time it says. For example, what time is this?
8.
8:11. What time is this? 5:04, not 5:04. 54.
7.
Okay, okay. What time is this?
7, 25.
Okay, good. One more. What time is this?
45.
Very good. Okay,
55.
one more thing to ask you. The abbreviations. Okay, LN. Do you remember LN? Lane.
Right.
Lane. DR.
Drive.
Drive.
Right.
AVE.
Avenue.
Avenue. ST.
Street.
All right. Very good, everybody. All right. Okay, guys, our time is getting a little short, so let me come back and see. I don't think we'll play a game. I think we'll just come back here. Okay, no, I think we'll stop there. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I think we'll stop there for tonight. So coming back to our presentation. All right, everybody. Well, we've already practiced with our question for today. So let's come back to this. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining us. So please make sure I'll make sure I don't make a mistake next time. Okay. So
Yeah.
make sure you check your email, do your activities, and watch our video. So yes, I sent you to Monday's email today. So sorry. Okay. All right, guys.